Did we make it? We're live.
And on fire.
Not yet.
Actually, that's probably not a great joke to be making with the state California's in, but
Yes.
Well, neither of us are there. Either way.
Neither of us are there.
For anyone in California, best wishes. Good luck. But we're not there.
haha, victory.
Victory.
Sorry, I'll get there one at a time. I'm here. I'm here and I'm scared.
Okay.
Probably.
Let me just shake off my absolute annoyance.
One of the
Welcome,
days,
everybody. It's Monday night, the second Monday of the month. Tonight we're in Primrose, our gothic horror campaign. Last time we played, we ventured throughout the carts of the Requiem, the mysterious train that appeared out of nowhere that you all boarded, taking you to your destination of Primrose. And on this train, you met some of the staff. You met Elias DeLorne, the conductor, as well as Madame Lysandra, the bartender and owner of the Crimson Cask. And more importantly, you met the proprietors of this train, the lady and Mr. Victor, and fucking done forgot her name already, which is great for me.
Rosalinda.
Wow. Rosalind, thank you. Wow. This off to a great start. You met Victor and Rosalind Ravenshade. And along with everybody else that you've had interactions with on this train, they seem to be very mysterious and very well aware of who you guys are. They named off feats that you had accomplished, but feats that you did not remember accomplishing. You had questions for the Raven Shades, but your questions were answered cryptically, leaving you with more questions. They seem to hint that the Requiem, the train that you're on, is recording your story the same way it records all the other passengers that seem to have ridden on this train. After a dinner with them and returning back to your rooms, rather confused, Atrek, you found, after checking your locked footlocker where you had stored all your stuff, that there were scratch marks along the inside top cover of this footlocker, and then you found a decayed and dirty looking fingernail laying in the bottom. And that is where we are tonight.
Gross.
The four of you are in your own private quarters. You've just you're retired. You're all up to your own devices. But Atrek, you find this strange-looking fingernail, and it's rather sizable. It's not. You look at your hands, and it's much larger than the average human hand. It looks almost as if it could be like a thumbnail, but it's too. I don't know. It's too
Bestial.
thin. Well, bestial wouldn't be the word. But it definitely does not look human.
Great. If I take all of my stuff out of this footlocker, is it empty? Is there like anything else in here outside of this one nail?
Nope. Once you take all your stuff out, there is nothing in there. You do smell like the fading scent of like dampness.
Great.
And the bag itself, like your bag, feels a little moist.
If I open up the bag and go through it, more in there, or is it just like damp?
It's a little damp in there. You can see like the accumulation of like droplets for a bit, but other than what you have in there, nothing strange.
Can I either pick up the footlocker, or if it's too big to pick up, knock on the bottom of it or the walls? Is it hollow?
You can pick it up, you can boot around, you can hold it above your head, shake it to see if anything comes loose. Nothing. It's just an ordinary footlocker.
You say that, and there's an unknown scratch marks and nail in there. I don't know that ordinary fits. So Atric's gonna put the footlocker down, kind of search the rest of his room real quick, make sure nothing else is out of place. And if nothing is, I'm gonna go outside and start knocking on the others' doors to see if... Well, I'll deal with that when I see them.
You walk outside, and immediately you recognize a difference in the hallway than when you had entered into your room. The lustrous wood is now kind of dingy, and you can see little spots of like mold along the window sills. You can see a strange like fog-like mist just kind of listing along at your feet now, and the lamps that were providing just illumination in here now are like stuttering and fluttering a bit as if they are struggling to stay on. You're muted.
Kind of keeping an eye on everything. Atric's gonna slide down the hallway till he's knocked on the next door closest to him, and he's gonna rap on it. I can't remember whose room this is.
That
I'm
was
gonna knock on the
Saffron's.
door. Hello? You in there?
Oh, Atric.
Saffron, open the door.
Saffron opens the door.
Let me see your hands.
I show him my hands.
This wasn't you then.
What
Atric
are you
will
looking
hold up,
for?
He'll hold up the nail.
Ooh.
This was inside my locked box. Did you put anything in yours?
Nope. Well, that will not stop me from looking, and I will go and look in my drawers too.
You did not put anything in yours, correct?
Nope.
So you just find a plain lockbox. No scratch marks, no fingernails, nothing at all.
Well, I did not put anything in mine, so doesn't look like anybody came and did anything to them.
It looked like mine's got scratch marks on the inside. Do you know if Aywyn or Hector put anything in theirs? I'm going to go check.
Well, I'm not sure, but I'll come with you. You can go ask them.
Yes, if you'd like to. The train seems to be different, so just be aware.
Different how?
Come take a look. It seems to be rotting, milding, old.
Huh.
And then the next door.
Aywyn.
Aywyn?
You will hear Aywyn singing one of her nursery rhymes. All you that lie in a hole do lie. Prepare yourselves, for tomorrow you shall die. Examine all yourselves, in time repent, that you may not be to eternal flame scent.
Oh my god.
And then at the knocking, it will just go silent. She will be sitting in her dark room, the lights are off. And then she will slowly creak the door open a hair and kind of peer out. What does Aywyn see?
See Atric. He's impatiently waiting for the door to open. And as the door opens, you see him raise his hand. He's got, in between two fingers, a big-ass nail. Aywyn, can I see your hands?
Why, Atric, you're positively shaking. And then she'll hold up her hands.
Did you put anything in your trunk before dinner? The footlocker.
Yes, I believe I'd filled it.
Check it.
She will close the door and then go to her closet and check the foot locker.
You check your footlocker and you find nothing out of the ordinary.
She will crack the door back open. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's quite late. You're gonna wake the boys up.
Perhaps they should be awake. There seems to be something crawling around the halls. Or at least crawling through my stuff.
Well, don't say that. She will kind of slip herself out into the hall.
Does any of this look different to you, Aywyn?
How does the halls look? Does Atrix saw it?
You see, just as Atrix saw it, the red and gold carpet at your feet now seems to be dirtied in spots, and almost like when you step out, you can hear like a squelching as if like liquid had soaked into it. You can see the mildewed corners of the windowsills as the outside flashes by, and those lights are just kind of like stuttering occasionally. They're not like flickering like strobe lights, but it's almost as if like a strong wind is blowing on an exposed flame that is struggling to stay lit. You can see the mist rolling along the footpath here, and it seems to be moving in a direction of its own, not even being disturbed by the movements of your feet as you step out. It seems to just be rolling towards the front of the train.
Aywyn will look to the most trustworthy thing she knows. So how does the shadow seem to be reacting to this?
It's almost impossible to see your shadow. You can actually see that everybody in this hallway is not really giving off a regular shadow, because you don't know if it's because of the way the light is flickering, if it's causing a distortion here, or if it's because of the strange mist that is now at your feet. And when I say mist, it's only about like an inch of mist, so like you can still see the floor and stuff, and you can still see your feet as you move through, but it does not part as you move through like a normal mist would. It just continues to lull itself towards the front of the train.
Aywyn doesn't like that. She'll go, something's trying to suppress the angel shadow here.
Something
Heresy's
strange
afoot.
going on. That is an uncomfortable saying.
But it's no less true.
Oh, the same. Excuse me, I need to check Hector's hands. And Atric will go and pound on Hector's door. Hector, you awake?
He would be quick to the door and open almost immediately after you knock.
Atric will hold up the nail. Let me see your hands.
I don't know what this is about, but I'll hold up my hands and show him neat, clean, manicured nails.
It's been way too much time on your hands, Hector. But Adric holds up the blackened fingernail that he found in his stuff. Did you put anything in your bag or into your footlocker before we left for dinner?
I put a bag in there and a few of my things, but why?
Have you checked them since you've been back? My stuff had my footlocker had claw marks and this on the inside. It was still locked when I got there.
Would there be any way to recognize this nail from anything that I've seen before?
Absolutely not. This fingernail is probably about 1.5 inches wide by like 3 inches long. It's huge
All right,
compared to like a human hand.
I will check my footlocker.
Nothing out of the ordinary in yours.
But hearing him mention that his had that in, I will collect my stuff and take it with.
Okay.
Starts tucking it back into all the pockets of his jacket there throughout the inside and the lining.
And you seem to have good eyes. Was this train rotting on our way back?
Rotting? What do you mean?
Come in. Adric will step back into the hallway, making room for Hector to step into it. This isn't me, right? Everybody can see this.
It definitely didn't look like this, and I've been known to have some keen eyes, but I don't think it would take keen eyes to notice this. Something's not right about this train, and I'm curious to find out what it is, but at the same time, caution would be important. There's some
Caution.
powerful names on this train. I'd rather not.
Perfect. Let's ask them then.
Hmm?
Then let's go ask them what is going on, because this is strange.
Yes. Yeah, he'll take all the stuff and lock the locker back up. Yeah, I think somebody's got to know. Maybe the bartender. Wait, there was a pull cord to call the conductor, wasn't there? Was that in this car or was that in the bar car?
Each car is equipped with a like a call box. Usually right where like the door leads out into the vestibule in between carts. There's one there. There is a sudden chill that grips all of you as from the back of the train moving towards you, you hear the sound of something increasing in volume until it gets right up on you and it's all you can hear, and it's just the sound of a man screaming, and it moves past you, and you watch as the mist at your feet moves along with it, and it goes right underneath the door, the crack of the door, into the vestibule leading into the car next to yours, and then that screaming is cut off. You're muted.
That's moving towards the left side of the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, on your screens, the left side is towards the front.
Okay. Well.
That's
That's terrifying.
What kind of funny business are the Raven Shades up to? I hope they don't expect tips on this train.
So they could use a few. Does this have a time limit, or however I can use this? Okay, so once the weird screaming, I'm gonna call it a ghost because I can't see it, goes past us, or as soon as Atric realizes that there's like maybe a physical substance there, I would like to try and bring Felton forward to see if he can see whatever's going on there. I don't know that I can actually see through him, but Atric would call him out and ask, Felton, what's his... Something wicked this way comes. Can you see anything?
So usually Felton comes from you, but this time he arises from that mist at your feet.
Oh.
And you recognize immediately that is Nebelgast.
Oh. Oh. I did not expect there to be Nebelgast on this train. Can I... What level was that stuff at? I know my skills. That's good. I must not. These are your... Nope, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about his older brother, the higher level version of him, not this version. Because at a certain point I get like that feel out bad vibes thing.
I feel you. I should say for our audience, you may see that our character sheets here are labeled with 2 separate classes at level 3. That is not the case. We are actually playing with the Gestalt variant rule, so I have allowed my players here to choose 2 classes, and they are gaining the abilities of both classes. So we are actually at level 3, but they have the abilities of both their classes that they chose. So it's a lot better than multi-classing because you don't have to sacrifice certain abilities as you level up. It allows them to be a little bit more awesome, in my opinion.
And at session 3, we're still figuring it out, so.
Oh yeah.
Be
a little bit to
patient.
juggle here. I apologize. I do have Hunter's Bane, which is just good for tracking.
I will say, because you have summoned Felton, and because his connection to the Nebelgast and your connection to the Nebelgast, you get the feeling that there is something that is either attached to the Nebelgast or is using the Nebelgast, and it has moved through this cart past you and is now in the next cart over.
Okay, yeah, whatever that is. Atric wants to figure that out. But he will look at the others. This might be there's something on the other side of the veil here. The Nebelgast is... I don't know how well that you know, but it is a mist of spirits, bits and parts of souls. Some full, some not, some angry, some not, some... It is a melody, a mixture of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of souls. Whatever is here, whatever we just heard, is either using it or summoning it. Something is following it. Either way, I need to go look. I understand if you don't wish to come, but you're more than welcome to join. There might not be much to see.
Do you want to go look now, or did you want to try and ask somebody what the hell is going on before we just run after a ghost?
I was going to go ask the ghost.
Oh, guess that's one way to do it.
If I couldn't ask, I was going to have Felton ask.
Yeah. I think that I'd rather not be alone in this place, considering its change in its appearance. So I'd be happy to join you.
Ladies, you're more than welcome to join. If you wish, if not, I understand. Sorry to disrupt your sleep.
Aywyn will just kind of give him a soft smile and she goes, well, I can't have him waking up the boys either. Screaming up and down the carriages like that.
It may not mean but it may not know better.
Would you like me to move on ahead a little bit and take a peek before we all go tromping through?
If you so wish. Just
You are rather loud as you move around.
You're not wrong. Of the two of us, Felton is the quiet one. And he stops. Now.
No, he wasn't.
He is now, though.
Yeah.
Perks
I
of being
will.
a ghost.
Aywyn will add, I'm somewhat of a soft step myself, if you want someone to come with you.
Not pass up an extra set of eyes. So yeah, I'll move on ahead. Not too far, maybe like. What's the vestibule? What's the distance of the length of vestibule difference between cars?
About 15 feet.
Yeah, I'll stay about like 15, 20 feet ahead of everyone, and just kind of peek through.
As you open the door from your cart into the vestibule between, on the door across from you, you can see frost gathered along the door, and the Nebel gas that's along your feet is moving quickly underneath, as if something is sucking inward from inside that cart and pulling it through.
There's no window or anything on the other side.
Not in the vestibule area.
Okay.
There's a door to the outside of the cart, but it's bypassing that completely.
Okay.
It's just moving along your feet, just being like I said, like there's a vacuum past the door into the next cart.
Okay. I will cross to that door and kind of motion for Atric and Saffron to hold as I kind of try and open the door and peek in.
You open the door into the next cart. Give me a perception check.
I can
If Aywyn's behind him, she will give him guidance.
Okay.
Oh, yay. Guys.
So as they're doing that, can I have Felton kind of tuck in line behind them there? He could be within 30 feet of me before.
That's fine.
So I just
D4?
want my boy up there. And like even as I'm standing here, there's more of this mist of the Nebel gas rolling past like Atric himself, right? It's not like it's thinning out behind me. There's just constantly more
Correct.
being dragged into there. Okay.
Correct.
That took a long time to roll. That's a 16.
All right, 16. As you peek in to this, it is almost completely dark. You can see wisps of moonlight coming in from the windows as the train is moving along, but the lamps are out. It is completely dark in here, and you can see about halfway into the cart, one of the doors is open to one of the rooms, and this Nebel gas is flowing inside. It's wrapped around it stops almost immediately and starts to wrap around the entire door frame as it's like pouring inside. Have you ever seen like smoke from a burning building coming out of a
Chimney.
or just like a door. You know how it like leaks out and kind of just like rolls around it, but this stuff is going in as if there's something sucking it in, and it's moving quite quickly. But it doesn't go past that door.
I'll kind of motion everyone forward, and you said it's about halfway down the car?
Yep.
Okay. About how far is that?
Let's see. Each car is usually about almost about 100 feet, so it's about 50 feet down.
Okay. There's that.
Aywyn will whisper, "Do we want to sneak up and give it a peek?"
No, it's completely dark in that room, so if you can't see in the dark, it's gonna make it kind of tricky, and apparently I can now see in the dark, so...
Aywyn will smile and she goes, "I've always had very strong night eyes. I can see quite fine."
I can't see in the dark.
Well,
I'm just a regular boy.
it's possible to move forward as quiet as possible for a little ways, and then move a few feet ahead of you and peek in. And there was light coming out of that room, or it's dark as well?
No.
Okay. Entirely dark. Okay.
But have much about me. I will be nearby.
All right.
And Filton will stay with you.
Okay. I would suggest coming in the car so you can at least hear us.
Yeah. No, Atrik's going to be in... Again, I got to stay within 30 feet of Felton, so I'm going to be basically 30 feet from wherever they are at all times.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So you move down the hall?
As quietly as possible, yes.
Okay. As you are moving quietly down the hall, just the sound of the wheels of the train moving along the track can be heard. But as you get closer and closer to this door, the smell of mildew and damp wood and decay become very evident. And it gets stronger and stronger the closer you move to this doorway. And you hear a subtle rustling and thumping sound. It's very sporadic. There will be the sound of 2 heavy thumps, followed by a pause of silence, then a heavy thump, more silence, rustling, silence. With each footstep you take, it seems to... The thumping, the sound seems to kind of increase in length. And by the time you get to the door, it's just silent. But that distinct smell of mildew and dampness is emitting from this door.
Does this... outside of the Neville gas itself, is any else of this ringing any bells for Atrik? No.
No, sir.
I will be the reckless rogue. I'm gonna sneak up to the door and peek around, keeping in
Aywyn will join
mind
in
that
on that.
if there is anything in there that relies on dark vision to see, I am invisible.
Okay.
You peek in and you find a room not much different than yours. everything in it seems in order. There is some luggage that seems to be disheveled a bit. And in the center of the floor, there is a small, like satchel.
Nothing seemed to be making the noise. And next question, are the room, because our room still looked very nice, but the
Mhm.
hallway looked like shit.
Yeah.
Is this room the same? Hallway
This
crappy, room nice.
yes. No. Room crappy.
Okay.
There is a dark, wet, like not puddle but saturated area flowing from, not flowing, but underneath this singular satchel bag that rests on the floor in the center. Everything else looks to be, not pristine because of the condition, but the bed's made. There's nothing thrown about the room. There's just some pieces of luggage that seem to be kind of askewed, as if they were either hurriedly tossed in here or they were jostled. And then that singular satchel bag.
Alright. If Aywyn is with me, I will whisper. You have magic. Do you have a way of moving things with magic?
That's a good question.
AKA Mage Hand.
Aywyn will think for a moment, and then she'll kind of shake her head, no.
No other kind of threats, nothing catching my eye. Maybe we should bring the others up. See if they know anything. Matrix seems to have an affinity for this Nebelgast.
Aywyn will kind of go, I think that's a good idea.
Alright.
Do you want to keep an eye out? And
Yeah.
I'll go back? Or do you want to go back?
Keep
And I'll
an eye out.
watch. Alright. Aywyn will slink back down the carriage towards the party.
Well, what is it? It makes sense to send the quieter of the two, but I'm going to lose my mind if I stand here in the dark and not know what's going on much longer.
Well, Hector and me are not quite sure, so we're kind of hoping you might know.
Nothing is there.
It was just a bag, right?
A
Yeah,
bag
so
on a
there's a
dark
bag.
stain.
A bag and a stain.
Bag, dark stain, some other bigger pieces of luggage.
Yeah, but Aywyn will go, there was a bag and a stain. Not much else I could really see as something of note.
No. Atrix gonna look at the walls next to him real quick. Is there a light switch here that I can turn on?
No.
Okay, that's great. Does anybody have any light by chance?
Aywyn will grab Atrix's hand and she goes, I can help you out some. And I'll cast light on his gauntlet. Light on a little like copper piece. I guess she'll place in his hand, so he can like kind of cup it to dim it.
Appreciate it. Then holding the coin up in his hand, I'll walk down the hallway. And try and see what this bag is. And as I
Okay.
get to the room, is the bag like sucking in the nebel gas? Is that what's going on?
Are you like getting in? Because Hector just kind of like poked his head around. Are you like getting in full view and shining the light in the room?
Yeah, Adric is honestly, him and Felton are going to walk into the room to check out the bag.
Okay, as you walk into the room, it is significantly colder in here, almost freezing. You can see your breath immediately, and the Neville gas that creates Felton kind of gets distorted a bit, as if he's being like pulled in multiple directions. And you look, and there's a small wisp of this Neville gas going into the bag that sits in the center of the floor. As you step in, you can hear the liquid squelch up out of the rug at your feet from this dark stain. It doesn't look like blood. It's just clear that some sort of liquid has saturated into the floor here. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, absolutely. Do Nickelodeon perception.
Would you like a little help with that?
Oh, I would have with that 3 or 5. 5.
You as you just stand here in the doorway, you look down, you can see like it looks like it's fresh liquid seeping up from the fibers of the rug. And that wisp of Neville gas leading into that bag just suddenly cuts off, and then you watch as out of nowhere the Neville gas just disappears.
All of it?
All of it. Felton along with it.
Felton. That is unsettling. Can I kind of prod the bag with like a toe?
Sure. You prod it, kind of just slumps over like a regular bag that no one was holding would if you were to just nudge it. And as it falls over on its side, you can see the distinct sign of a damp handprint on the outside of the fabric. It is twice the size of a human hand.
Oh, this thing is spooky. This thing is creepy. Does this... This thing... Does it look like the fingernail would go to this hand?
If you would have to hold it up and compare it, looks about the size of a hand that would support the size of the fingernail that you have.
Atric is going to reach into the small of his back and pull out Sava's book. And if you'll allow me, I would like to use Hunter's Bane to make a survival check to try and track whatever this, I'm assuming, undead creature is.
I'll allow it. Yeah, roll me a survival check.
I will
Using Hunter's
assist
Bane.
with that.
Guidance.
I already get advantage on him.
Guidance.
For this. I will take guidance, but I already get advantage on this one.
Okay.
I will allow guidance. So I will say if everybody's doing all this, you guys are all in the room.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
Atric
well
straight
then-
up step right in.
Hector
well
would
then,
probably be close to the door, but he would
Okay.
be just inside like at the doorway.
Okay, and Saffron, what would you be doing?
I'll be right behind him.
So you're not in the room then.
Oh, I'm right behind Atric.
Okay. So you give me a perception check. Atric, give me that survival.
25 for Atrix survival.
Okay.
Perception.
Slava writes really good books, guys.
Yours, both of your dice are fairly close to the same color.
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay. So with a 25 on your survival check, Atrek, you're not dealing with undead.
Shit.
Nothing in Sava's journal here touches on this except for one entry that seems to be unfinished. But there is something in there about beings that are able to move throughout interdimensional spaces. Some of these beings can create these interdimensional spaces. Saffron, as you were kind of looking around while Adric is doing this, you notice that the larger pieces of luggage that's kind of sit kind of askew, the clasp that close them are bent as if something forced its way outside of the bag.
Ugh. I will definitely point it out to the team. Well, that looks like something crawled out of the bag. Can I go like, is the bag open?
It's not open. It's not all the way open, but it is like cracked.
Can I go like look in it to see if there's like any kind of hints in there, what kind of creature this is?
You open it and it is shredded to shit, as if something furiously was trying to pry its way out, and eventually
Like claw
did.
marks?
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely will point it out to the team. Looks like something. Maybe that will that like nail match the claw marks that's in the bag?
It looks similar to the one that was in Atrex footlocker. The claw
And then
marks
when
for sure.
before you said like none of us know what this creature is, correct? We have never. Okay.
You don't even know if it's a creature, but something.
Yeah.
Something is leaving claw marks. That's what we know.
It might be a cat. You never know.
It
a
could
kitty cat.
be. It could be a great big cat on this ghost train rolling
Yeah.
through hell, rolling through
See,
hell's hell.
It's even worse. It's a
I
tiny
think-
kitten, just human hands.
I think that's more terrifying if it was just a normal fucking cat.
I
So
would.
there's
I don't know.
nothing else.
Cats do what they want, man. They just kind of show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Do
This
we
is-
does the bag have any kind of like identification or whose bag it might be, or
goes in the
Yes.
room?
There is a name tag, and yes, on the door there also. If you guys remember when you checked into your door, your names were inscribed on the door. Here, there's a D Fleetwood, and then on the actual luggage, there's a Darius Fleetwood.
does any of us know these names?
You have no reason to think you would.
I think in the band. Although I know his name at Mac.
Really?
Can I give disinspiration for that?
Oh, come on.
Minus 20 on all your checks for the next 2 sessions.
Man, it's A-Trek. You ain't got to give me that. Come on.
There.
A-Trek doesn't like to roll high numbers.
You got good on that survival check.
Yeah, I'm
And
giving that
the-
credit to Felton.
Does the room look like the people just left, or
Aside from just like the little bit of askewed pieces of luggage and this bag, that doesn't look like anybody like was really even in here.
ooh, there's other bags?
Yeah, well, one of the ones that you looked at had the clasp broken and stuff. It's not like there's like 2 other pieces, and they look untouched.
Can we try to open them and see, like, if there's anything in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You open up each of the other remaining pieces of luggage, and nothing.
Nothing.
Well, this isn't ours. This isn't our bag. This isn't our room. Although the whole train is like moldy and shit right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to get off this train.
Aywyn will go kind of very softly. So, is it possible Mr. Fleetwood had something in the luggage compartment? Because the screaming started from that direction, yes?
Weren't we told not to go to the luggage compartment?
It is locked anyways.
We were told that if we needed to go to the luggage compartment to call, and they would bring us on a
Assistance.
case-by-case basis, I believe. That's pretty much what they were talking about.
Hmm.
Well, perhaps we should ask. If nothing else, my footlocker has been compromised.
Was there anything missing in there? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Was there anything missing?
No, but the interior of the footlocker was clawed. An extra large black fingernail was left behind as a gift. I'm still not certain how whatever it was got inside a locked footlocker.
Aywyn will just go, well, you all remembered to lock your doors and shut them, right? Because we were told about that several times.
Right, then it did. But it's not... I mean, even the footlocker was locked. Although I may have been in a hurry on my way here.
If you don't mind me asking, what did you put in there?
My old stuff. The stuff you've seen me in the, at the station on. It was old and dirty and ratty and... Honestly, this stuff was much cleaner and it fit, so I figured why not? My old coat, my pants, shirts, an old camping kit, that kind of thing. It wasn't anything important. I don't want to part with anything important. But the smaller things, why carry them around? Especially when we were given nice accommodations, a locked footlocker. I saw no reason not to.
You seem to have a strange affiliation with the Nebelgast, and since this pouch is consuming it, maybe it was drawn to your essence?
That must be bad. Atrix is gonna try and kind of back out of the room a little bit, and kind of get away from that bag. And I want to see if I can reach Felton. I don't necessarily want to call him forward, but I want to see if I can still make connection with Felton.
Yep. As you step out, you're able to establish a connection.
But only as I step out. I can't establish a connection in that room.
Well, do you try to establish it in the room?
No, he probably wouldn't. Atrix would be more worried about getting out of there first. But if I can establish it, we're good.
Yep.
We have an important question before we go off and try and find Mr. Fleetwood. Excuse me. Do we bring the little bag with us?
It is not my thing. It's technically we broke into his room, so your decision, I suppose.
I'm generally not a fan of picking up gooey bags from some unknown, mysterious place, but if people want to pick it up, I'll pick it up. Decisions. Do I be dumb? That's what gets me killed. Yes, I be dumb. Once everyone leaves, I will pick the thing up.
Okay. You
Give me
pick
a
it
button,
up
I'm
and
gonna push it.
you pick it up. You can see that the handprint on it, like I said, it's way too large to be that of a human being, and it's still damp.
And this bag is like, how big?
A regular size like satchel bag that you would like carry, over your shoulder.
Like a messenger bag size thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, I guess I have a soggy bag. That sounds unpleasant. Shall we go?
And Saffron looked inside of it, right? Like we saw the inside was torn up. Is there anything else in the bag, or is it just like torn lining?
No, she looked inside the suitcase, not
I
the.
looked inside the suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's looked inside the bag yet.
Well, if I'm gonna pick it up, I might as well be dumb. So, again, after everyone is out of the room, and this is just me, I will open the bag.
Completely empty. No claw marks, no rips. Completely empty.
Any, like, monogram, anything on this bag to
Nope.
show it being the same?
Nothing.
I had to throw this fucking thing out the window. Wrong voice. Well, it's empty. That's not reassuring.
If something was drawing the Nebelgast to it, I don't. Sava's book. That she must have still been doing research on whatever this is, but it mentions something about dimensional planes and passageways through places that don't exist beyond the veil and back again. I cannot make heads or tails of it.
Can I put my hand in the bag?
Sure. You put your hand in there. It goes in for about up to your mid forearm, and you touch the bottom of the bag.
Is the inside damp or is it just the outside?
The inside's very damp.
Why did I do this to myself? Anyway, well, let's find the conductor or the porter and see if we can inquire about Mr. Fleetwood.
Aywyn will just add, I would indeed like to make a complaint about all the noise.
Say, before we go on to because this, so like the vestibule going into this one was covered in frost. If I go to check the next train card forward, I'm trying to remember the location of everything. Is the next one forward the bar cart, or the bar cart's behind us?
No, you're going forward would be the bar cart. It's not the next one over. You guys had like other passenger cars to move through before you actually got to the bar car, but you are headed that way.
Yeah, as we're going along, because this one was like covered in frost on our way in. Is the I guess is the next one still covered in frost as we go that way, or is it starting to fade? It's not at all.
Nothing. Nope. It stops right here at this door.
Does it still look old and funky?
It does.
Well, we could always go back to our car and call for the porter. We don't have to search.
I think we could go for a bottle from here, honestly.
That's true. Oh, well. Can I find the call box?
You sure can. It's at the it's in between the vestibules towards like the front of each cart, so you walk past this door up to the other door leading into the vestibule, and as you go to reach for it, the train goes through a tunnel, and because there's no light in here, the only light that's coming in is the moonlight. Suddenly the car goes dark, and it's only for a split moment as the train moves through this tunnel before it emerges on the other side, and as it does, it comes back, and the Requiem is in pristine condition once more. The door is shut, and there is no inscription on the door.
Do I still have the bag?
You still have the bag.
Fuck, I should have left this thing behind. Well. And there's nothing on the Fleetwood name is gone.
Correct.
You know, Aywyn's gonna do what she does best. Oh, we're dreaming! And then she's just gonna start heading back to her cart.
I don't think people normally share a dream. Unless that's normal for you. I don't.
Aywyn's gonna go, I've shared several dreams.
With who?
Well,
That is not normal, Aywyn.
my husband, of course. We had a dream.
Do you mean this in
Married
like
dream.
So, do you mean this in the sense of like you had a goal, how you wanted to plan out your lives, or like you were both asleep and you both shared a dream while you were asleep?
She'll just kind of give A-Trick a smile and she'll just go, yes.
That is wildly unhelpful. I should not have asked two questions at the time there. I'm so sorry. Let me break these down because I don't feel like you're understanding what I'm saying. You laid down to sleep, closed your eyes, went to bed, and your husband did the same thing. And you both had the same dream where you could interact with people freely and not wake up.
Anyone will go, well, of course my husband's been in my dreams. Yeah.
So,
Could
how about this? Did you share a dream? Literally? Or
is what I am asking.
were
You should
you
listen.
actually in the same, not dreaming about your husband? You saw the same thing at the same time in the same dream, and when you woke up and he woke up, you guys had the same dream.
Aywyn will sit there for a few moments quiet, and then she'll go, yes, he wasn't as happy about my dream as I was, but he shared it with me for a moment.
Okay.
There's a lot to
What did-
unpack there.
Can we meet? Can I speak with Byron? You said his name is right.
Baron,
Baron. Can I speak with Baron? There are some things that are not like. If this is normal for you and your village, good. I think. But I'm sorry. There's something strange going on here, and an outside perspective might be useful for me.
well, I already told you, Baron's asleep. I don't think waking him up would be polite to do.
Right. I forget it is early, late, whatever time it is. In the morning, perhaps.
I'll see how he feels.
Thank you, Aywyn. That is appreciated.
Of course. She'll go gestures to the train around them and she'll go, "We're on a lovely train. Obviously we're just seeing things. You all worry way too much. That's how you get wrinkles, you know?"
Well,
I feel like I'm a bit past caring about my skin.
in this world, it's better to worry a little too much than not enough. I think we need to find somebody and ask them about Mr. Fleetwood, because I don't feel like what we saw was a dream.
You normally don't bring luggage back from dreams.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Either way, though, I think this conversation would be better had with a drink in hand, right?
Mm.
Aywyn will brighten at that and she'll go, "Oh, I could use some more milk."
Sure. Saffron, could you join us for another drink? I know it is late, but I don't think I could get to sleep now anyways.
Well, I will join you, but I'm not gonna take part in the drinking. But I will join you.
You really are missing out. They are good, the drinks. I don't know why you're so against it.
It's a weird train. We're in a weird place. I like to keep my mind sharp.
Life is weird. You might as well get weird with it.
Aywyn will give you a wide smile at that statement.
Yeah, I don't think Atric notices that as he turns to walk towards the bar cart as he says that statement. It's a weird day. It's been a weird day for this man. He woke up on a train, was strangled by a ghost, met a very lovely couple who are also very strange. Need another drink. The bartender's got good drinks, so. He's gonna go sit and have a drink at the bar. If she's still there.
Indeed, she is.
On the way there, Aywyn might excuse herself. She'll go, I'll catch up with you. I want to go check on the boys real quick.
Can I come with you to meet these boys?
Well, they're asleep. I don't want to wake them up.
Oh,
Man.
I love sleeping boys. Let me go see.
That will raise Aywyn's hackles just a little bit. And she goes, "That's quite a strange thing to say, Miss Saffron." And
Well, you know, I like
Aaron's
to
a
see
light
when
sleeper.
kids
Your
are
armor's
asleep.
heavy.
When kids are asleep, they're angels. I
Well,
remember my little brother and sister. When they were asleep, they were such good kids.
Aywyn will kind of wring her hands a little nervously.
Let's go check on him, and then why don't I come with Aywyn and you guys go to the bar already?
Okay, you're heading back that way. Do me a favor and just check to make sure I locked my door as I walked away, yeah? I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Likewise, if you'd be so kind.
Will do.
Okay. So Awen and Saffron head back to your cart while Hector and Atrek head towards the Crimson Cask. As you guys enter, you hear the elusive sounds of a soft singing, and in the corner of the cart, silhouetted by the low lighting, you see this woman who is just singing to an empty cart except for Madame Lysandra. It's a beautiful yet haunting tune that seems to carry itself like a light breeze through this area. Continues to sing as you guys take your seats. Madame Lysandra walks up. Well, how is our night going, gentlemen?
Interesting, I think, is going to be the safest word to use. Which is an interesting night aboard the Requiem.
Every night is an interesting night above the Requiem.
Got to meet your, I suppose, the owners of the train, the Ravenshades. Lovely couple. Very kind. Little confused, I fear. They keep saying they know things about us that I didn't know about myself, apparently. I'm a little worried they've been confused with somebody else.
I doubt it. They're quite knowledgeable, the Ravenshades. And she pours a similar crimson liquid for Hector and a similar dark liquid for you.
It's appreciated.
While we were having dinner with the Ravenshades, did we miss a stop somewhere on the train?
Where you boarded was the last stop for the Requiem until we reached Primrose.
This
Well,
was strange.
it's odd because when we were coming here, there was the car we passed through, just out of curiosity, just checking names to see if I recognized anyone. And one of the rooms had a name on it when we came to dinner. But then when we were coming back here, I noticed that the name was taken off of the door. And as nice as the Ravenshades have been as far as hosts are concerned, and how wonderfully they've taken care of us all, I'm curious to know, how could there be nobody in the room if we haven't stopped anywhere?
That is strange. Do you know this name?
Last name was Fleetwood.
Let me stop you right there, because as you go to recall this name, you can't.
Oh.
Well, the name slips my mind. I was just scanning as I walked by and noticed there was no name there
It was,
when we passed by a few moments ago.
the center room. In
Middle of the cart.
the third car? The nearest passenger car. I think.
Not familiar with everybody who checks in. Not everybody makes their way to the Crimson Cask.
Oh, they're missing
But I
out.
assure you, if there was no name on the door, then there was nobody in that room.
What about
This is
you?
late. Emphasize the sound of play tricks. Either way.
Well,
This. Okay, if we can't recall the name, do we recall the Nebula gas incident? With everything flowing through the hallways, or do we not recall that either?
You recall all of that, but
Just
as
not the
soon as
name.
you try, yep, you can't recall the name at all. It's as if it didn't even exist to you.
Is it? This might seem strange. I'm not. This train is a bit unique. Does it change often?
How do you mean?
Well, when I stepped out of my room after dinner, well, actually, I went to my room and then I wanted to try and unpack all my stuff, and I opened my crate, and I find this large nail on the inside of my box. And then, as I stepped out of the room, the hallways were in a state of disrepair I have not come to expect with all your fine establishments. This train seems very well kept. There was a thick mist rolling along the floor. Heavy, wet, damp. And I was on my way down here to see if perhaps you would know the cause of that, or to see if it had spread this far. But as we went into the tunnel, I don't know, perhaps all of a sudden it was back to normal, or back to this finery and the prettiness. But the snail I still have, and I still don't know how it got on the inside of my lockbox.
Well, that is troubling. If you find the state of your accommodations to be unsatisfactory to your liking, I will let Elias know. Any messes that need to be cleaned, we will certainly have cleaned. As far as fingernails, I do apologize. It seems to have been left by an old guest, maybe? Do you need me to dispose of it for you? I truly apologize on behalf of the Requiem. That is not usually how we do things around here. Tidiness is our number one factor, next to promptness.
Do I believe her? Is she trying to hide anything from us?
Do you believe her?
I don't know. Can I make a roll?
Sure, make an insight check.
Yeah. Oh, Atric absolutely believes this woman. She gives some good whiskey. That's a 2. That's a 2 for folks at home.
She just doesn't give you any inclination that she's lying. She seems extremely taken aback that you found a fingernail in in the footlocker.
I was about to say, I think I was muted when I said I would join him, but that's a 26 on my insight check.
Same thing with you.
She is honestly lightly appalled. Okay.
That bothers Hector a lot. That this is crazy, and she's just like, "Yep,
Oh no, we'll take care of it. I'm so sorry
yep,"
for that.
like it's a normal day.
Nothing more unsettling than the bartender on a creepy train being like, "Oh, I apologize for that mishap. That wasn't supposed to happen." That is incredibly unsettling, and I don't know why I dislike customer service being kind to us. No, for now, I think I'll hold on, because there was, strangely enough, there was also claw marks on the inside of the footlocker. It seems like this went too, but I know they went there when I first got here. It was empty. When I put my stuff in there, it was unscarred. If you wouldn't mind letting Elias know, that would be kind. I've been here for all of a day, a handful of hours. Kind of lost track of. I haven't slept yet. It must only be a day. I don't wish to be a bother, but this seems to touch out of the ordinary. That is all.
Indeed, it is out of the ordinary. Again, we pride ourselves on our tidiness here. I will let Elias know right away. And any dissatisfaction that you may have taken on because of this shall be made right. I guarantee that. We shall make sure your room is cleaned
Oh,
and made.
the rooms were, or at least my room was fine. It was just the hallway outside. It was the strangest thing. That
Rotting.
almost it was damp and on the way. I'm not used to the noble gas acting like that.
Perhaps you are exhausted.
Perhaps.
You do both look like you haven't slept in a long time. Do you need more covers or more pillows? Anything brought to your room? Something that can increase your comfort while you stay.
No. I'm quite pleased with the room. I will not lie. It is well finished, well stocked. I have no complaints about the room. Outside of whatever was, I guess, inside the lockbox at some point. It matters not. It can wait until the morning. I just thought I should bring it to somebody's attention.
Oh, I'm glad you did. Anything that happens like this again, please do not hesitate to let one of us know. Again, we pride ourselves on taking care of our guest.
I appreciate that, and thank you for the drink.
Absolutely.
And Adric will just sit and sip and finish his drink for a bit. So unless
As you
Hector's got something else he wants to pull, when Adric finishes his drink, he'll go to head back to the room.
No, I'll follow. And as we kind of walk away, it's like, I get this strange feeling that no matter what ads or questions we ask about this, we're going to get the same answers.
Maybe, but maybe she's right. I can't honestly recall the last time I slept. Perhaps I'm just tired.
I mean, you do
Must
kind of look dead on your feet.
Oh, aren't you a comedian? Didn't know you had a funny bone in you, Hector.
I try.
Yeah,
Generally
you do.
not the most humorous of people, but when you walk into it, I guess I'll...
It is alright. With the fine humor where you can these days.
As you guys have this conversation, we'll transition to the back of the train, back in the carts that hold your rooms. Aywyn and Saffron, you make your way down the hallway, stop in front of Aywyn's door.
On our way through, do we pass by Verina's room? Verina?
No. She was towards, she's in the cart behind y'all's,
Okay.
towards the observatory.
Aywyn will kind of hesitate as she stops at the door. And she'll give Saffron a look of, like, are you sure?
Don't stop now, Aywyn. We're already here.
Aywyn will go, well, let me check with Baron first, at least.
Sure.
Aywyn will step into the cart. She's going to, big air quotes here, ask Baron. So.
Out loud?
Oh yeah, she'll ask out loud. If you're listening through the door, you can probably hear it. Let's do a roll for myself here. Low is not good. Guess we're gonna get funky here. So Baron, so Aywyn is going to raise a fist and do what Baron would have done if Aywyn woke him up. Aywyn's gonna punch herself in the face.
What?
What did you do to this poor character?
How would you like me
Why?
to do this, Vader?
What's that?
How would you like me to do this?
You can just do some an unarmed strike against yourself. But Saffron, you are outside of the door as Aywyn goes in, and you hear the distinct sound of a man's voice, or not the distinct sound, but the vibrato, the like
Base.
the audible noise of the bass of a man's voice, but it is heavily distorted and muffled through the door, and it sounds like it is angry and yelling. And then you hear like a thud, and then like a movement around, and then Aywyn, do you come back to the door?
Yep, Aywyn will stagger out, sporting a fresh bruise, and she'll just shake her head. No, we don't want to bother him right now.
Saffron, as that door opens and Aywyn comes out, you feel such a negative presence coming from that room that it almost visibly hits you in the face. And as she shuts the door, it just like cuts off.
Does that feeling make me not trust her? Kind of a feeling, or like?
That's not a question for me. That's a question for you.
Okay. Well. Oh. Do I see her like eye or red or like a mark on her face or?
Oh yeah, she's sporting a busted lip.
Even did that person put hands on you? Did Baron just?
Aywyn will go. Well, as I said, he doesn't like to be woken up. I knew better. You're the one who was insistent.
Saffron feels really bad, but at the same time, she's confused. Because Awen is such a nice, like, she's very nice and sweet. But at the same time, it's like, oh. You know, I'm sorry, Awen. Do you want me to take care of him?
Aywyn will like hesitate. Wow.
I love Saffron. I've known this woman
Yes.
for all of 4 hours. He hit you? You want me to kill him for you? I'll do it.
Love it.
Aywyn's gonna like freeze. Like you in one sense are offering to help her, but in another sense you're also offering to kill her husband. Is you just
Well, I'm not.
like she's not really knowing what to do with that.
Does this happen a lot?
She goes, no. Baron loves me. He just startles when he wakes up.
Well,
I left him in the cart with the boys all day. It's my fault.
No, Saffron is very confused because she didn't see anybody come with her on the train, but now there's a whole family. Well, you know what? We are all tired. We'll deal with him later. Don't get me wrong, I will not heal you for the life of me, but I will kill if somebody hits you.
Aywyn will kind of go, Saffron, that's quite nice of you. I very much appreciate it. I think a lot of people will tend to people, because that's easy, but killing for another is, well, isn't that the true test of faith?
Yeah, well. It's what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do. Well, maybe I'll see your kids next time.
Of course. If the angel wills it.
Now this angel has a name?
It's Avison.
Huh. That's kind of weird.
You're a lady of faith too, yes?
Yeah. But I am looking for Avison. Avison is missing. She disappeared. How is she in your room?
Aywyn will look at Saffron with like kind of a tilt of the head. Avison never left us. Her teachings live on.
Well, that's true.
Her judgment is always ready to fall upon the heretic.
Well, we need to have a longer conversation about this. The whole purpose of me going on this mission is to get something to bring Amazon back. So I'm confused. Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe you can explain more later? She's really confused.
Aywyn will smile and go, "Of course. I mean, I always enjoy speaking of the angel." But let me go calm Baron down, and how about I'll catch up with you and the boys in the bar cart?
Sure. Well, even if you don't come to the bar cart, just take care of yourself and take some rest.
Aywyn will smile at you and go, Of course, of course."
Saffron turns around to go towards the bar cart.
As you turn to go towards the bar cart, the other two are coming back from the bar cart. And you meet in the hallway as Aywyn disappears into her room.
She's gonna tell both of them everything that happened.
That is
I
not
think we
alright.
need to kill him.
I mean, I was gonna have a heavy-handed conversation with the man, and leave him better than for several years.
Nobody.
But
Well.
if you want to toss him off the train, I'm not going to stop you.
Sounds good. So, you guys figure anything out at the bar cart?
No.
Have I forgotten the names on the doors too?
If you bring it up, yeah.
No, that we couldn't recall the name of the person we ran into, or the room. And they didn't see anything odd going on. They didn't see any Nibbleghast, and they were very appalled that there was a mess and it seemed out of place. But they seemed very kind, very upright, good drinks. But I'm starting to think that I might just be exhausted. I honestly can't recall the last time I slept well. Or slept kind of in general. Anyways, I'm gonna try and get some sleep.
It's definitely been a while since I've slept. And you can still see from our fight on the train, at the train station, Hector is still fucking beat up.
Yeah, Adric's got a couple of
clerics.
Couple of bruises on him, but he's fine.
We have two
I don't
clerics,
understand
and they're
the
great
question.
at healing.
No, they're fine.
The fact that we're in session
Who
3
needs
and
it?
Hector has been half dead since session 1. That's subtle. Subtle hint.
I've been
Aywyn's
full-
taken the most damage this session.
Yeah, from herself or her imaginary abusive husband. But it's fine. We'll deal with him when I see him. But yeah, Atric is gonna wander his fully dead self to bed. He's fully dead, and you don't see him whining about it. It's good. He's back on his feet. That's all that matters. Yeah, and as he goes to bed, he's gonna check all of his stuff again, recheck the footlocker, and lock it back. He's not putting his stuff. Yes, he is. He's putting his stuff back in the footlocker and locking the
Okay.
footlocker up.
Okay.
I think he'll probably sit down on the bed with his back up against the wall and kind of enter that fugue state as he's studying that nail as he goes to rest.
Right before Hector goes into his room, Saffron's gonna just put her hand on him and cast Cure Wounds. You look really beat up. Here's some healing, just in case something happens. Because I don't trust this train.
I don't know why you don't trust the train. The train has done nothing to us. It's just taking us from point A to point B. It's a nice train.
Nice. There you go.
Much.
10 points.
Quiet? Yes, it did. Mine's just being very slow.
I would say keep your eyes and ears open when you're asleep. Kind of hard to do, but
I'm not going to. Yeah, no, we're fine.
did you see these little things that we are staying in? They are soundproof, that we cannot hear if something happens outside.
Yeah, relatively soundproof.
I am going to lock the empty bag in the footlocker, but keep my stuff out.
Okay.
Atric explained that his bag was, or his stuff was somebody was trying to tear out of it, and we got this weird bag with a weird handprint on it. I'll lock that up. Not my stuff, though.
I like it.
And then
So you
reattach the string and the bell to my door.
okay? Everybody retiring to their rooms.
I got
Yeah.
some business to do.
Let's handle that business.
Poor woman.
Aywyn has to go find an Rena. Ooh, that
Okay.
didn't work.
Dooney.
So
you peek your head outside of your door and you see that the hallway is now vacant.
Aywyn will kind of run a hand over her face,
Mm-hmm.
and we will invoke the Mask of Many Faces, and we will step out as, let's say as Abernathy. And we will begin to stroll down towards Rena's room.
So you step out, and as you do so, your form changes, shrinks down a bit as your facial features change from that of a woman to that of an older man. Begin to walk down the hallway. You slide open the vestibule door, your shadow stretching out in front of you as if it is guiding you. Pass through the vestibule door, slide open the other one into the other carts, following your shadow until you come to the door of S. Vereen.
Aywyn will run her hand over the door. How insistent does the shadow feel? Does it want to get in here, or does it want to mark it?
it wants to get in here.
Silence on the door.
Okay.
Aywyn will pull out her knife and kind of work into that groove of grinding in so she can just kind of open the door. Well, I guess we'll test the door handle. Is it open?
It's locked.
All right. Let's she's gonna try to like slide her blade in between the knife, like the edge, to try to like just kind of cut the lock.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay. She is not being quiet about this, by the way, because she doesn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and say it out loud like you mean it.
That's a 5.
As you're trying to pry into this door and you're having trouble even getting your knife to fit in between the door and the door frame. The shadow is more insistent now, urging you on.
Yeah, Aywyn's just gonna start really laying into the door. She's gonna transform the knife into a hammer. We're just gonna start taking swings at that handle. We're just gonna try to break our way in.
And easily enough, you're able to do so. You smash the door, no sound echoes out as you're in this sphere of silence. The shadow, as you are smashing into it, is starting to like seep through the cracks that are beginning to form in the door, and eventually the door burst open. No sound. Inside the room, rather similar to yours, there's a woman asleep in the bed. Even in her sleep, she wears the telltale outfit of a nun. She sleeps with a small prayer book clutched to her chest. The shadow stretches out. It almost forms a secondary person as it looms over her. In your mind, all you can feel is the overwhelming urge, to end this woman's life.
As the shadow commands, Aywyn's gonna stock up and we're gonna begin. She's gonna, do we de-transform? Nah. She's gonna bring it up as like a Great Maul. She just kind of doesn't quite touch her, but she's just lining up the strike. She like lines it up for a few moments, and then she's gonna bring the hammer back and then bring it down on her skull.
You bring the hammer down, and there is no sound as the head of the hammer collapses this woman's skull in. She jerks for a moment, seizing as the impact to her brain sends shocks through her body. Blood is pouring out. Her eyes have shot open and they're now staring into yours. She reaches a hand out to try to defend herself as you bring the hammer down once more. Her hand still reaches out, still violent shocks of just seizing shoot through this woman's body as you bring it down a third time, and her arm falls limply to the side. her prayer book falling to the floor, now being covered in blood as it runs down her arm off of the bed and pools onto the floor.
Aywyn will. She doesn't want to let a good prayer book go to waste. She'll pick it up, put it to her favorite verse, put it back on the woman's chest. Just because she was a heretic doesn't mean, she doesn't deserve any rights. And
Yeah.
good deed done for the night. Aywyn will kind of bring the door, close the door as best she can.
As you turn to leave the room, the door slams shut, and you could feel an unearthly force behind you. And as you turn back, the nun is no longer asleep in bed, but her body is floating above the mattress, and her collapsed face begins to repurpose and recome out and reform. And she smiles wickedly at you. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw as she lunges for you.
That's spooky. That would be a 12.
As this nun lurches towards you, you feel an ice cold bitterness seek into your body, and you watch as your shadow tries to form a barrier between you, and you are shot backwards into the hall. As you slam into the wall, there is a break of the silence as just a ear-piercing screech just shatters all the windows outside. And I need you to roll initiative.
Ooh,
Does
boy.
Does the ear-piercing shriek make any noise? They're in a silence spell.
No, the silence is broken.
Okay.
But your rooms are in a different room. I'm going to say perception checks from everybody else with disadvantage.
We are supposed to be sleeping. That's 6 plus stuff is what? 8.
15 for Hector. That was a shit roll for both rolls, I think. Yeah.
There's no combat encounter, so I can't roll initiative quite yet.
Yep, give me one moment and I will make one. Let's see, this will be fine. There you go. Now you can roll one.
$13.
Okay. As you stand up out in this hallway, you look into the room and the nun is no longer there. You right yourself up, kind of roll your shoulders from the pain, and then begin to walk back towards your cart.
Legit.
As you make your way, Hector, you don't hear something, but you feel something very off. There's like a cold draft coming in from underneath your door.
I will approach the door, give it a good 2-second listen to see if I hear anything before opening the door and peeking out.
You hear the very muffled sound of footsteps. You open the door, and the doorknob itself is almost like ice cold. It almost sticks to your hand. And as you open the door, you see Aywyn walking down to her room. She turns towards her doorway and just kind of stands there.
Looking normal? As normal as she looks?
Yeah.
Alright, well. I guess you're a light sleeper as well? Cold got you up?
As you speak out, Aywyn's head turns slowly towards you. And as you look into her eyes, you see that she has no pupils. They are completely grayed out. And as she sees you, she lunges at you with a bloody hammer. Roll initiative.
Oh, goody goody. Alright. Well, I guess I'll open the door and put myself there. And
We need some dang old battle music.
Bum 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 bum.
what's that damned ability called?
The shuffle?
The Cupid shuffle.
Oh no, we're good. Am I insane? Has Jockey been with us this whole time?
Who?
The music bot.
Oh yeah, it's just been like some faint eerie stuff going on. It's been a little low, but Jockey's here now playing the battle music.
I respect it. I think it's the change that pulled my attention to it. I just didn't.
Yeah, I feel that.
I got too into
okay.
the moment.
All right, so Hector, you now see Aywyn coming at you. Her eyes completely glossed over, these grayed out pupils, and she has this mournful wail coming out of her mouth that does not even resemble the soft voice that she normally speaks with. As she comes at you, what do you do?
All right. I can't see anything where I'm at. So that's 5 feet. Seeing her there and running at me with this unnatural look in her eyes. Hector is going to rush forward. That's 5, 15. I'm going to make 2 quick strikes at her to try and less to do damage and more to just kind of set her off balance. So I guess trying to knock her prone just so I can get past her.
Okay, so you want to do like a shove?
Yeah, less to push, more to knock down though.
Okay. Well, definitely. It'll be contested athletics here.
All right. Oh,
I
goody.
can test with acrobatics.
I was about to say, don't worry, neither of us is exactly athletic.
Oh, it looks like we were raided, guys. Hey, shout out to the raiders.
Oh,
Oh,
welcome to
why
the party.
hello?
Welcome to Primrose. It's a regular sunny day over here, as we have a terrifying fight between friends.
Aywyn got a natural 20 for a 20.
Nice.
And I got
So Hector,
7.
Hector, as you rush up and try to just throw your body weight into Aywyn, she stops you and pretty much puts her hand around your throat, and you find yourself seized up right in front of her. It is unnatural, the strength that you're feeling, and it is, as this hand is around your throat, you feel this icy cold leaking out from her fingertips. It is staggering.
Is there any way I can get past her?
No. You're going nowhere.
Got you 3 minutes.
Got you for 3 minutes.
All right. Is that an action, or is just that take one of my attacks?
That's an action. That's an action for sure.
All right. All right. So Dread Ambusher then. I'll take one of these. One lonely little natural one. Yes, I'm doing good, because that one would have done extra damage.
Yeah, you try to swing this around, this time trying to do damage, and she just catches your other arm and just grips it, fingernails digging into your flesh, starting to pierce into you, like little droplets of blood. She is holding you in place. I will say at this point, the other two hear some sort of commotion going on in the hallway. You can roll initiative, but you will not act until after Aywyn does.
All right. Well, last attempt, bonus action. God damn, finally. 21 to hit you.
21 will hit.
And it's... What are we at? 2d6.
You want to switch us over to? You want to switch us to combat, Cam?
Oh yes. Good call.
Back.
I'm
camera.
a little distracted by all the shit going on. Oh,
No worries.
I think you're... Oh no, there we go. It just took a second to load. There we go. Boom. Boom. There we go. Into the fight. Alright, yeah, what was I doing? Oh, I hit. Oh, it's only 1d6 at this level. Alright. Damage. Plus 1d6. I don't think I get the Dread Ambusher because that only works on that one attack. So,
Correct, and I don't think you would have sneak attack on this.
you are
You don't
correct.
have- you-
Never mind. So take away 2. So you take 7 points of damage. Because it didn't do my insightful fighting. Because I'm a dork.
You're a nerd.
You damn right.
And you were
Alright,
surprise
so-
attacked by a possessed woman.
So you rush to meet Aywyn as she comes at you with this hammer. You try to push through her, but she grabs you and stops you. You try to stab her with your knife, and she stops that as well. You break your hand free, finally getting the dagger, and you make purchase into her like her rib, and you pull it out, and you see a splurt of blood come out, and she just does not look like she gives a shit at all. Aywyn, if you would please make a, well, let's see what we have to do here. I need you to kill Hector.
Can do, boss.
Thanks for saying it like that.
Yo, this is session 3. We know that, right?
Yeah. Huh. How do we kill Hector? We're also a little concerned about other living beings, right? Or no?
Right now, he's the only one that's the focus of your ire.
Alright. We'll flick the binding blade into a dagger, and we'll pull out our other dagger. And let's get a stabbing.
All right. You watch as Hector stabs into you. You're aware of this, and something is compelling you to move your hand. And you watch as your blade switches from a hammer to a dagger, and you make to plunge into Hector.
That's a natural 20.
That fucking tracks.
Oh no!
That fucking tracks.
All right, roll damage.
For 9 points of damage. And then we'll bonus action swing with our other dagger for a 2.
That tracks.
Will definitely not hit.
Okay, so exchange of blows. A dagger plunges into Aywyn. She changes hers from her hammer into a dagger and stabs it right into your chest, Hector. And you just feel this cold iciness start to leak out from it. And there is a twisted grin that curls up across Aywyn's lips as she does this. Back around, now we're going to get into initiative proper. So Hector, that is you.
All right. Not a fan of what's going on, for sure. And he can't get past. He's gonna do his... I'm pretty sure you're gonna have pretty high... Why does it not show up as a bonus action? There it is. I need a deception check from you, please.
Would it surprise you to know that Aywyn is not trained in deception?
That actually...
Honestly, yeah.
That's fucking unfortunate,
Oh.
though.
You liar.
God damn it! Hector has met his fucking... the bane of his existence.
That is all natural, baby. She is naturally a liar.
All right.
Yep. Do not forget to call out your rolls, everybody.
Oh,
So
that's
our
23.
And a 21 for Hector. Because for some reason, the battle camera image is not updating with everything else. All right.
No worries. Don't worry about it. We'll work it out later.
Stop it, dogs. All right. Then, for lack of anything else to do, he's gonna take out the pointy stick and start stabbing. Yep. There we go.
Oh my god.
Yep. Hector's gonna die.
You are not DM right now.
Yeah,
Turn on your
I
player
know.
dice.
I
Yeah,
know.
turn your player dice on.
Let's see. And oh nope, I already used the bonus action. Ignore the last one. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yep. Now remind me.
Hmm.
You're level 3.
Yep.
You should only have 1 attack.
Oh,
Unless I'm missing something.
no, I get the 2 attacks at the because of at the first round because the Dread Ambusher.
Oh,
And then
well,
I
that
have
would already been.
yeah, and then I have 2 Weapon Fighting. So I get the bonus
Oh,
action
okay.
for
Love
free.
Love it. Okay. For free. Cool beans.
It's
It's
okay.
a bonus
I missed
action,
on
ain't
all of
it?
them.
For your second attack?
Yeah, that's why I said ignore the last one
Okay.
because I used
Okay,
the
I got
insightful
you.
fighting.
I caught up. I
I'm
caught up for
I'm dying here.
you're dying. Atrek, you hear commotion from out in the hallway.
Yeah. Atrik's gonna sigh and they're never gonna let me get to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll
step out.
I'll say you were in bed, so half movement to get out of bed.
That's fine. I got it's 5, so I got 15 feet of movement. 10. What are you two doing?
As you step out into the hall and turn to the left and look down, you see Aywyn and Hector in locks, and there's blood on the floor. But almost immediately, you see this spectral visage of like a woman floating just like outside of Aywyn, and you can see that she has been possessed.
Oh. Motherfucker. Alright, yep, 5, 10, 15. Okay, how close can I get, and how weird can I get?
The weirdest.
Yeah, I know, but I can't actually get to him, and that doesn't affect ghosts. I don't think. But it can affect her. So Atrik, as he gets close and realizes the spectral woman has Aywyn possessed, you see him reach into the sleeve of his coat and kind of tear open one of the stitches on his wrist, and this thick, not red substance, it's almost silvery, almost gaseous, I'm going to call it blood substitute, seems to ichor from him, flow from him, and he drops his arm down and lashes it forward, and I need Aywyn to make a strength saving throw for me as I use the blood curse of binding.
Strength saving throw. 9.
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure you fail. Let me double check this. Why is it so hard to find it in this thing? Blood curse of binding, strength saving throw. Oh, what is my... It doesn't have this one saved easily for me to tell what the frickin' thing is. Why not?
Should be the same. Oh no. Like there's a binding.
I'm seeing it's reduced to 0 and can't use reactions.
Right, so that means Hector can get out of there. But I can't find the formula to know if you pass or fail there.
I'm gonna roll this real quick. Well, that doesn't tell me anything.
Blood maledict.
Look on your D&D Beyond.
DC 12. I
There you
had
go.
to just open it up. It's DC 12.
A 9 does not make it.
All right, yeah, you fail. Your speed is reduced to 0, and you can't take reactions for the next turn. As Atrik has a spectral chain leading from him to you, as it wraps around you and locks your body in position there. Hector, you mind telling me what's going on with the ghost woman possessing Aywyn? And you might want to back off. Or step the ghost, not the girl.
Alright, anything else in your turn, Atrek?
That was technically bonus action. That was bonus action. I guess I could use action to dash. I'm not gonna, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Nope,
Okay.
that's gonna be Atrik. He's gonna just tie her down and holler out. Try and figure out what the hell's going on.
Alright, these spectral chains wrap around Aywyn, and the ghost possessing Aywyn turns her head almost like unnaturally towards you, almost threatening to snap Aywyn's neck as she turns back towards you and just lets out this piercing shriek. The glass in the window starts to like spiderweb as they cracks. And Aywyn, you now have 2 combatants here. But the ghost is more worried about that guy at the end of the hall. So let's kill Atrek now.
Kill Atrek?
Yep.
Gotcha, boss. Alright. Let's Arms of Hardar him. That'll get any other
That just hits
interlopers
me.
too.
New creature within 10 feet of you.
I need to roll a d4. I need to take some damage.
What does this look like?
The shadow will stretch down the length of the hallway, and then like several hands from it just start to like rip out of that space.
Point of order, Arms of Hadar emanate from you, not from up.
However, I can cast from my shadow up to 15 feet away.
I'd be right on the edge.
Got skills.
They're multiplying.
It's 10.
So the point would
That'd be 10 feet, so you'd be out of that. Because the point would be here, and then 10 feet would be here.
let's see. Let's see. Light and shadow. Your target must be within 15 feet of you, and you must be able to see the target. Yeah, so you're a little too far for that. You gotta be within 15 feet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to delete the template. Sorry.
No, I got you. I'll take care of it.
Then how do we deal with this? Well, he grabbed me, so I'll grab him. We're gonna channel divinity Shadow's Grasp. I choose a creature that is within 30 feet of me for this one.
Distant hug.
Return the hugs.
We got strength saving throw from you, Atrek.
Yes. Strength saving throw. 11.
So we can say that those hands still erupt out, but instead of damaging you, they just wrap around you, similarly to the chains that you've produced to subdue Aywyn. You are now restrained by the shadow.
Bonus action, we're gonna cast Hex. On my target, so it's gonna be Atrek.
Okay.
A little me.
And then I guess disadvantage on strength checks. And that's action, bonus action. So that will be my turn.
Okay. Saffron, you wake up out of your bed. Same thing, half movement to get out of bed.
So I could probably move
You can start in the square above.
right there.
You can have one more square. We'll say you started in the that square there.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, and this is Aywyn right here. And this is Hector right there. God damn it, Hector's so far away!
Aywyn will look back at Saffron and go, "Help! Hector's attacking me!"
Do I see her eyes are like black and everything, correct?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Also, Atrix chains binding her.
That's a 25.
25, yeah. Yeah, something is clearly not right with Aywyn. But was there ever anything right with Aywyn?
No.
No.
Yeah. No, yeah, no. She, fuck, 1, 2, 3. I can't do what I wanted to do! Ah! Fuck. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not me. 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna cast. You must be really good in wisdom, but I'm gonna cast command and tell her to sleep.
Just sleep. That would be the spell sleep. So
I'll tell her to grovel. I don't care.
there you go. Grovel will help.
Grovel. Give me a wisdom saving throw. God damn it, Aywyn! Fucking fuck.
Aywyn will go, "I grovel before no one!"
The one time
is the
Chug can
best.
actually fucking roll.
Yeah, this is the best
Yeah.
Chug has ever rolled.
Yeah.
Ever. In any
if I am
game
working
ever.
for the DM, I am unstoppable, okay?
Yes.
You say that now.
Um,
I am not in swinging distance yet.
Nor will you be able to get there.
Yeah, that's cute.
Damn it, I'm going to yell at Hector. No, she's attacking Atruk right now. I don't know whether she's attacking Atruk.
Yeah, you do. You see chains, I think, chains and binding. So yeah, I think she gets it.
I'm gonna yell at Hector. I don't know. Get away from her! And I don't have anything else that I can do, so that's my turn. Damn it.
Okay.
Crazy Aywyn.
As the chains, the spectral chains wrap around her, Saffron steps out and tries to command Aywyn to grovel, and she resists. You watch as her eyes begin to flash back to normal as a spectral nun appears, pouring out of her, and now becomes visible to everybody. And there is just an intense moment of fear that spreads through all of you, and I need you all to give me wisdom saving throws.
Ready then?
Guess what? I'm gonna fail. I'll just call it now.
You left Aywyn's
That's a dirty
body,
20.
and I immediately roll 11.
That sounds about right.
Do I? Is a saving throw that's not a skill. Never mind, ignore me. That was a silly question.
19 for Hector. Finally.
20 for Saffron.
Okay. An 11 and an 8. So Aywyn
sorry.
and Atrek both fail as this undead woman unleashes her horrifying visage throughout this cart. Let's see. Did anybody? Atrek did. Atrek,
Become
you failed
old.
by 5 or you failed by 5 or more. So roll me a d4.
Alrighty then.
I remember this.
You age by 30 years.
Oh, I'm dead. Can I age?
Your
Does
body
that-
sure can.
Does that
Okay.
mean he just like starts to deteriorate more, and now he looks more zombie-ish?
I'd say that sounds
How does
about
that?
right.
How does that work?
That sounds about right. You look a
Gross.
little bit more ghoulish. Double check that though. Make sure Reborn can be subjected to
Hmm.
to that.
Magical aging.
Yes. And while you do that, we'll continue. Hector, you watch as Aywyn's body kind of slinks down a little bit as she's being pulled, but her eyes are now normal. And Aywyn, you now have your faculties about you. You were aware of everything that you were doing, albeit you didn't want to do it. Maybe you did. Well, nobody knows for sure.
Is there any way for me to? I'll try this again. Basically push her out of the way and get between her and the ghost.
I believe because of Atrix thing, she can't be moved. She can't move. She has...
She has no movement speed, but it doesn't say anything about permanently locking her in place. I can double check that too.
I mean,
Let's see here. Blood curse, curse of the binding. You attempt to bind a larger, smaller creature that you can see within 30 feet. Yada yada yada. Succeeds strength saving throw. The creature's speed is reduced to 0, and it cannot take reactions until the end of your next turn. I will leave that up to DM's discretion.
Okay, so yeah, you could try to move her.
actually, scratch that. Can I just do some like kung fu hustle shit and try and like bounce off of the leap off of the wall next to her and get to the ghost? Like,
Everybody go
me-
go.
You mean use some of your abilities to do so?
he
Maybe walk
doesn't
along the
know what he fucking has. I'm trying
Well,
to
then
find
let's-
ways to bring it about.
Well, then this would probably be the time to do it. So, yeah, give me an acrobatics.
Because of said ability, would I have advantage?
I'll give it to you.
Can I roll something? 2 fucking 4s.
Oh my
What
For
the?
a total of
This
11.
ghost is just going to age us all to death.
Yeah.
That is an 11.
11. So you don't do it gracefully, but that's because you don't know that you have this ability. And as you go to move, you find yourself walking along the wall, and you can get around to this other side.
All right. It helps to move the token. Oh man, my computer is being slow today. All right. I'm gonna turn and hit the ghost.
How do I not have advantage
Aywyn wouldn't be considered an ally at the moment, would she?
Oh, she is.
Okay.
She now has her faculties about her. She's no longer possessed.
And I don't remember what our flanking rules were for this game.
As long as you have another ally targeting the same monster as you.
Okay. So she hasn't targeted yet. Alright. Single roll. 26 to hit the goddamn ghost. Finally.
26 will hit the goddamn ghost.
Alright.
God damn.
Plus 1d6. I just stab it for 13 points with the silver needle.
Okay.
Should give that a new name, because it's not a needle, it's a cane.
Yeah.
Bonus action. Stab. With the dagger. There we go. Natural 1.
Very nice.
Oh my god. These dice are not.
So you clumsily move your way, walking on the walls, surprising even yourself. You land down with a heavy thud, launch forward, and stab into this, your silvered weapon, finding purchase and dealing damage. You try to make a second strike, but the ghost just kind of disapparates for a bit before reforming back into its incorporeal form. Atrek.
I can't move. I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're being held.
I'm restrained. Yada yada, all that fun stuff. Great. I'm being restrained by shadows, correct? That's what it looks like,
Yes.
Atrek.
Yep.
Cool. In an attempt to get himself out of here, he's scared shitless all of a sudden. He's now 50 or more rotting, depending on your point of view. So yeah, he's just gonna, in an attempt to try and get rid of these shadows and shed some light on the situation, some of that blood that's now just freely running from his aged, decrepit body is going to kind of whirl its way down the hammer and light itself on fire as I use the Crimson Rite of the Dawn to light up the damn shadows that are holding me in place in an attempt to get rid of them.
Okay.
I do need to take damage for that because that is part of the class. 1 point of damage, not bad.
So I have bad news for you. The shadows stay even if they don't cast any.
I know, but I needed an excuse to bring out the Rite of the Dawn anyway, so this is a good one. And there's nothing I can do this round to get out of the hold. So, oh, actually, that was a bonus action. Can I try to break the hold?
I think you're in it until the end of Aywyn's next turn. I don't think there's a way you can break out. Yeah, you're just restrained by it until the end of Aywyn's next turn.
Okie dokie. Do I have anything fun for an action that I can do from here? That's not gonna help. No, I don't. Nope. Then Atrek's gonna hold. I guess I'm gonna hold an attack to see if this ghost comes charging at me. Because it seemed to make me a priority when I first showed up. So if it comes at me, I'm gonna take a swing.
All right, Aywyn, now in control of your faculties. What do you do?
So Atrek's chains dropped, yes? At the end of his turn? Alright, well...
Confirm that, Atrek?
Until the end of my next turn, yes.
Yep, so yes, they drop.
Aywyn's gonna stop concentrating on Hex, because that's on a friend. So how does flanking work? Are we flanking this or?
Yeah, if you're gonna target the ghost, yes. As long as you and an ally are targeting the same creature, you have flanking, no matter where you're at on the positioned on the map.
All right, let's give it a little stabby stab. 19?
19 hits.
For 7 points of damage.
Right.
We're gonna bonus action bring up the other dagger, the normal one.
Okay, normal dagger.
17.
17 will hit.
For some reason, this isn't getting my dex bonus.
You shouldn't get any type of bonus.
Oh yeah, because it's offhand.
Yeah.
For 3 more points of damage.
You stab into it with this regular dagger, and it does not seem to have as much effect as your other one.
Any bonus actions?
That should have been it.
Yes, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, that was my bonus action.
Yeah.
Alright, we're good.
All right, Saffron. There's this ghost now, floating in between your two companions here. Remind me, you also.
Oh, so what?
Who failed my wisdom check? I forgot.
Atric and Aywyn.
Okay, so Aywyn, that should have been at disadvantage as you are technically frightened. But I'm not gonna have you go back on it right now. We're good. Let's keep it moving. We're fine. Yeah, you would have hit anyways. Okay, Saffron.
I am going to do my little thingy majigga.
Yes.
Bust a jig.
Is thingamajig
My
a bonus action or an
thingamajigger.
action?
What's the
It's an action. It's my. Where the hell did it go? Oh, shit. I'm gonna do my Pulse of Divinity. I think it's from me, isn't it?
As an action, you may invoke the name of your deity and surge with holy power, healing 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier to any creature you choose within 15 feet of you.
So I will give it to Hector. And then if that thing is undead, it takes the same amount of radiant damage.
Okay, I like it.
So it's 1d8 plus 3, is it? Oh my god, of course! Of course!
So 4 points of damage.
Hold on. Where's my
5.
wisdom modifier? No, 6.
What is your
So
wisdom
6.
modifier?
Oh, plus 4.
So
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you heal 4.
5.
All right. Anything else?
That's my action. Let's see. I will. No, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. This thing has been getting beat up on by you, but it has its target. It dashes through both Hector and Saffron, moving through your bodies as it moves its way to Atrek.
I'm assuming we cannot take an attack of opportunity.
You sure could try.
So I'm with disadvantage because I'm afraid of it.
Correct.
And would I have advantage on it as it's moving away?
No.
Okay. It was an 18.
Can I try to hit it with my sword?
Yep. 18 hits. And a 21 hits.
7 points of piercing from the sword cane.
I got it.
And then it was coming at me. You want me to do my attack now or after it?
You didn't add it.
It is going to.
You have a negative strength.
It's going.
It's 2.
I always forget
Said I
how
did
things
hold damage.
resolve like that. Yeah, I know. If
It's just plus 1.
I think the held action's on whatever the requirement is met, so it would happen first.
well, you have +1 weapon, but your strength is not. You're not using.
Triggers you may spend your action to do the thing you stated. Okay, go ahead and take your action as this thing comes at you. You are at disadvantage because you are frightened.
And restrained.
No, you would not be restrained anymore because it was after Aywyn's turn that goes down. But you are frightened.
I am frightened, so I am at disadvantage. That's right. Trick 18 to hit.
18 hits.
About. All right. Let me. Wait. This is the target. I gotta click. My bad. There we go. We are doing some damage. And then I get an additional D4 from the. No, I get 2d4 from the Rite of the Dawn. Because this thing is undead.
Sure is. It's
I
a fucking
had a
ghost.
I had a feeling. A normal. For 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. As this thing comes flying at you through your companions, it reaches out towards you, and you can just feel the life sucking force gathering around its hand. But you bring your hammer down, and as you do so, it collides right with the skull of this woman. And similarly to what had happened to start this, it collapses in as your hammer bursts with radiant energy, and you watch as this ethereal creature is dispersed. The nebel gas creating it, exploding outward and blasting you all with cold wind. And then everything settles as you are out of combat and this creature dies. You now stand in a hallway. Aywyn and Hector both bleeding, not knowing what the fuck just happened. Go ahead and say what you're about to say, Adric.
If Atrix stands there, almost like shaking. He wasn't really injured there, except for the 2 points of damage he did to himself, triggering his abilities.
It's pronounced damage.
And he is much older. Much older all of a sudden. Doesn't know why there was a ghost here all of a sudden. What the hell happened?
Aywyn will stagger forward to Hector and she'll go, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what it was, but it just came over me." She will cast a Cure Wounds on Hector there.
Perfect.
Saffron's gonna turn to Aywyn and be like, "Didn't you just go into your room? I thought you went to sleep. What are you doing outside?"
Aywyn will go, "I don't know what that was. It was just something that was inside of me. It took me over."
You best let us into your room then. If there was one ghost in there, there might be more. Let's make sure your family is safe, yeah? And Atrix starts walking towards her room.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, god dang it.
Oh,
Yeah.
All just waiting
Aywyn's
outside to push into Aywyn's room. The fuck's going on in here?
Oh my god!
You guys,
Yeah,
you guys think
secret-
Atrix gonna wait?
Saffron's ready to kill Baron. She's ready.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
because Hector saw her standing in front of her door, right? Just like standing there. Didn't look like she was going in
Yep.
or coming out. Just like there.
Correct.
So
Yep.
it very much looked like she just came out of her room. To Hector.
She was standing facing her door.
Oh, facing the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was just standing there, just like arms drooped down to her side, just facing the door. And as you came out and made noise, her head just turned towards you.
Okay.
We will figure out what the hell is going on in Aywyn's room. Not next Monday, but the Monday after that. Next Monday, we'll be back in Elderwin. Thank you all to our audience. Thank you to our raiders if you stuck around for joining us. That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
That we
thanks for
got
still here.
Thank
raided.
you.
I wish I would have saw it earlier. I would have called you out when you got here. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks for to my players for playing. This is very exciting. I can't wait to get back to Primrose because we got so much stuff to uncover. But I am Vader the Mad, your DM, and from my players to you, this has been Primrose by Moonlight, and we are Disorderly Decisions. Y'all have a great night. Catch us next Monday when we be in Elderwin, and it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
night,
Thanks,
everybody.
Bye,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Stop.